Safety first. As per the last census, the Indian workforce is over 400 million strong. By 2024, that number could very well cross 600 million, a 39.1% of the total Indian population. Over 42% work in heavy industries, use heavy machines, cope industrial hazards. A 17% of India's GDP comes from manufacturing industries. Safety is the first aid of the uninjured. Safety tops all the priorities in industrial sector. Worldwide, we have 340 million occupational accidents and 160 million victims of work-related illnesses annually. 6,000 die every day. Safety is a challenge. Be it any industry, organization, or an employee, everyone needs to be safe. Humans do, machines do. Industrial safety parameters are getting complex with each passing day. Elimination of industrial hazards is a dire necessity. Prevention of work-related injury is a prerequisite. Ask Abhinav Dar, a manager from one of the Fortune 100 companies, who lost his employee to a fatal industrial accident. His workers lost morale. His company lost productivity by 20%. Questions stare right into our eyes. How to be safe? What is the solution? Who can keep us safe? Well, maybe God can, but we try too. We provide solutions. We help keep the industry safe and give you round-the-clock visibility of your assets. Maybe God can, but we try too. We provide solutions. We help keep the industry safe and give you round-the-clock visibility of your assets. We are the Hacklab Solutions. We follow a 360-degree approach, considering all the three dimensions of safety implementation: management, machines, and workers. With advancement of AI, next-gen automation is all about machines and humans coexisting, each taking care of the other. Our aim, hence, is safety for productivity. We use IoT hardware integration with sharp AI edge processing, real-time environment monitoring, data insights, and worker safety profiling. We estimate risk, employ professionals, analyze scenarios, and provide solutions. Our systems can predict failures, warn you, and take action. Our suite of tracker products cater to major Fortune 500 companies and several industrial sectors ranging from FMCG, logistics, mining to metals, and manufacturing. Our safety product verticals include collision avoidance system, pedestrian alert system, AI-based compliance monitoring, safety interlocks, and smart traffic management system. Our security product verticals include tracker tags, smart tracker cam, tracker PA system. We have been recognized as the best Indian startup in the automation domain by Technovation Awards conducted by India Electronics and Semiconductor Association, IESA. We won the award for the Best Company and Innovation Showcase category by SIC IT Kanpur. We have gained trust of clients like Unilever, ITC, Hindalco Industries, and top Fortune 500 companies availing our products and services.
If your workplace isn't safe, it's not just a local issue. It's a global concern. Let's explore how India stacks up. Welcome back to part 3 of our deep dive into safety leadership, engineering, and culture. So far, we've examined how safety frameworks have evolved in India, the engineering feats driving safer workplaces, and the crucial need for collaboration between industry and academia. But here's the big question. How does India compare to the rest of the world when it comes to safety? Is this just an Indian challenge, or do industries worldwide face similar hurdles? We'll explore the cultural and systemic differences shaping safety perceptions and practices across regions. What are the statistics, policies, and best practices that set some countries apart? To answer these questions, we're joined by Dr. O.P. Krishna from Tata Steel and Global Safety Consultant, along with experts Ganesh and Vikram, who have extensive experience in this field. So let's dive in and see how India stacks up in safety leadership.
Like, we have been working in this field. Do you see that this problem is more in India than outside India?
Outside
Or-
also, everywhere it is same.
Yeah, very well.
Safety, Vikram, safety, I don't feel much difference in India and abroad.
Okay.
The difference comes, let me tell you. When I was in Tata Steel, when we have taken the European plant, I went to Skantrov, and that's a European plant. I seen the trains moving, people are crossing the track,
Oh,
people are stopping, train is moving. As soon as the train moved, people crossed. In Tata Steel, we have many incidents, but they don't have incidents for these because the value of life is more.
right.
People are more educated.
Okay.
People know how to protect them. Even the
Okay.
hazard is there.
Okay.
People say, no, I will not go. Unless you do it, I will not go. Workers are cheaper, labor is cheaper, contract labor is cheaper. Whatever you say, they will do it.
Right.
Looking at the hazard is different advanced countries
Yeah,
compared to our people.
actually, I just want to add one more thing here, which in an Indian situation, it is not only that people are educated less, it also assumed that taking that risk is what I am supposed to do. Customized to a particular thinking, saying, I also have to take that risk because as at every level, MDs take a particular risk and a contractor labor has to take a particular risk. I think nothing to do with education, but it's a customization of the mind.
In the Hitachi plant here, they had a fatal once. The MD is known to me. They requested me, why don't come once? I went. The Hitachi people were there, Japanese people. They were explaining something, it is run over by people. They have put the lines, people should not cross this line. The Japanese guy says, this whole plant is designed by Japanese. Safety systems are put by Japanese. But their safety systems are for Japan people.
Japan, yeah.
He says, Doc, why we have put a line here not to cross? Why people have crossed? I said, you tell me why people have crossed. You tell me why people have crossed. That is the difference you should understand. If you have a 3-year-old baby, if you put a line and say, don't move, you will put some barricade for her. Because her learning is different, her thinking is different.
Right.
Here, the Indian culture is different. Don't blame culture. Culture
No,
comes
understand
because of
it.
things.
Yeah.
I can talk of safety culture days to
We can do 3 more podcasts.
So
Maybe 30.
it took 5 minutes for me to educate him.
Yes, understand.
The requirement of hazard, risk, intervention.
Simply
You put the soft intervention. When the potential is fatality, serious, you have to put hard intervention.
Yeah. Sure.
To explain this to Hyundai Steel people, it used to take a lot of my time
Yes.
to talk about the perception of interventions are different.
Yes.
So after coming to IIT Kharagpur, I have understood all these things. Then I have also understood a big gap in this society. The IIT gives education in mechanical engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering. They don't give education in the safety engineering. If you don't give education to the premier students who are going to premier industries and occupy very strategic positions, how do they implement safety requirements in the equipment they design? I've been telling IIT since 2011, you should start safety engineering here. Because people will feel pride in coming to IIT Kharagpur.
Yes.
And their contributions will be very huge.
Actually, it is not just IIT safety engineering. I think every engineering college in India ideally should have a safety engineering discipline. That is what will change India because IIT is privileged. The people who are working in companies, they don't have to come necessarily from IIT. There are many organizations which may not have even one IIT in 1,000 or maybe 10,000. But why not that happen in every engineering college? Why not at least 100 engineering colleges or 1,000 engineering colleges, the top 1,000 have an engineering discipline for safety? And second thing is that safety engineering, as very correctly told by Obi, is not just engineering, it is management also. You asked a few questions about human, which goes into the aspects of people management. So safety engineering department should be a blend of safety engineering and people management. And that should be the concept ideally.
Yeah, you're right, Ganesh. But the point I was telling, if IITs start these things, people follow IITs.
True.
See, people follow leaders. I'll give you one example, a leader and followers. Vikram, this is for you. When I was in Tata Steel, I used to play golf every day. Even now also I go to Jamshedpur every month and play golf. We used to start at 5:30 in the morning. We used to finish by 7:30. After 7:30, there is a Shiva temple, old Shiva temple. There's a big Kali temple, everybody goes to, but the Shiva temple is very old, very hardly people know about it. I also came to know at that time. We used to go, I like old temples, I used to go there. One day, I seen a bull with injury in his leg, oozing. Then I asked the pujari, why not we do something to this? सर क्या कर सकता है? कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. हम लोग दूर से कुछ मेडिसिन डालते रहता है. Then 2-3 times when I seen it hurt my, I went to department. I have one supervisor, Jha. बोला झा जी, you have to help me. ये है, इसको मदद करना है. Personal level, I'll give whatever money is required. He went there and he had seen. He had located one Goshala,
Right.
about 10-15 kilometers away. He talked to them. They said, if you bring that bull here, we'll treat it.
Okay.
I told Jhaji, how will you take? Sir, आप बोल दिया ना, मैं कर दूंगा. आप खाली वो पुजारी को बोलिए, जब वो आता है, उसको थोड़ा गुड़ खिलाते रहेगा, वो वहीं रहेगा, हमको खबर दे दी.
Okay.
One day it came, पुजारी rang up to me, पुजारी को बोला, आप उसको 1-2 किलो गुड़ ले आके उसको खिलाते रहिए, सर इतना तो हम लोग कर लेंगे. Then I told this fellow, Jhaji, he took 407 and went there, got the bull on the 407,
Okay.
took to the Goshala, and it got treated. Then I asked Jhaji, how could you arrange 407? How could you arrange bull going to, people are afraid of going to nearer to this. Sir, first of all, आपका नाम काफी है many चीज के लिए.
Right.
जब bull को चढ़ाना है, many sheep you will get.
Right.
You want a leader. I was leading many people, including Pujari. Leadership is more important.
True.
Once a leader understands that there is no, shortage.
Sure.
That is why workers are never issue for me in Tata Steel.
Yes.
Leaders are the issue.
Good. Very good. Very good.
Converting workers is very easy. When somebody said, DuPont consultant, we have huge contract labor problem. Then he said, you are lucky. It's very easy to convert contract labor.
Yes.
That's what he said. It is. Recently, 2 months back, I was at Calcutta. It's a workshop, a seminar organized by the Labor Department and ILO. Somebody was asking about the contract labor fatalities. So I told the same thing. I am associated from here as an IIT professor. If I tell anybody, people give a lot of respect. Even the Secretary of the State, if I meet him, he'll start with sir. The director of factories of West Bengal, Ashish Sheikh, he was so impressed with my talk. Then I told the labor secretary and him, from IIT Kharagpur, COE, we want to help West Bengal government. Don't worry about money. We don't require money, which we are going to do shortly for the small scale, all these industries. We want to help them. In fact, government doesn't have shortage of money, please understand.
Yes.
The function they have arranged, the seminar they conducted, it was much professional than many of the private people who conduct, much luxurious than many of the people who organize.
Right.
So from IIT Kharagpur, from academic prestigious institute, if I talk to anybody in the government organizations, there is a respect, there is a prestige. Last month I was in IIT Madras to talk on academia industry collaboration. Finally, what do the academics do? They have to help the industries. They
Yes.
are going to work in the industries.
Right.
Without industry experience, these academics will not be totally successful. Similarly, the industries, the leadership should be exposed to academics.
Right.
The academic thinking practitioner, the practitioners thinking academician are very successful.
Yes.
Right.
See how we started the COESCA. I came here for 1 year. Now I have completed 7.5 years.
Okay.
Last 3 years back when I want to go, I said, the present director has come. So Professor Tiwari, I'm leaving. Hey, why do we leave? Nay, if IIT brings a center of excellence in safety engineering and analytics, then I'll stay. Yeah, we'll get, please put up the note.
Acha.
We made the note. And COESC has come under the Institute of Institute of Eminence. Under the Institute of Eminence proposals of Government of India, COESC had come. So we were there during COVID time it came.
Right.
During COVID time, we did not keep quiet from COESC. We conducted 75 weekend talks, which are nothing but podcasts, across the world, collecting academicians and industry experts, speaking 1 hour every Friday from 8 to 9, whatever may be the time in the countries.
Perfect.
Can you believe? The speaker used to get up at 1 a.m. because many viewers will be from various countries.
Right.
And this was also telecast in the YouTube.
You can share the link. We can put it in the description.
Yeah, and you can put it in the description because it should reach everybody who is listening to it. This is going very well, but you told me you have restricted time today. So maybe this is the right time to stop.
Let us stop.
We need to talk more about this leadership concept. If IT and NITs can start doing it, I'm sure every other university, deemed university, SRM Institute or Anna University, everybody will do it. So I think we should take it forward. Probably we will need your permission to have one more discussion or a few more discussions.
I have only one vision in my life. I am now 71 years. I don't look for money or anything. I want my experiences, my contributions should go to the people so that somebody in the industry are saved because of my talk, because of my contribution. That is the real tribute to me. I can contribute n number of times, no issue, provided this podcast is made useful to the workforce. There are still around 7,000 people every day dying in the industries. If it comes down, then that is okay. You plan properly, I'll be there, no issue.
Thanks for the offer, Obi and Amber, Vikram. I will take the last comments, but before that, I would like both of you to spend 2 minutes. Any last minute comments?
No, it's okay. From my
Uh,
side, I say two things. I said, Vikram, at that time, I'll support you.
yes,
I am supporting, and it is fulfilling my aspiration of reaching people, making an opportunity for the industry workers to live for more years by design, not by default, by understanding safety, following the safety principles, putting the interventions by design, which we call prevention through design. I am the expert on prevention through design. Prevention by design, people have to live in the industries,
right.
not by default. By
Not by
design, people have to live in the industry. That is my goal.
Sure. Very good.
Thank you.
So that's a pretty noble goal, and I agree with you. So we need to build solutions for these, and these are not tough problems. These are easy problems to solve. It's just that we need people to be enough motivation should be there in people to take this forward. If there are things which are going bad, they have to check it regularly. So one of the examples that came recently about the accident that happened in fire accident that happened in Jhansi. So the analysis that was done that the smoke sensors were not calibrated for last 2 years. The fire extinguisher was not checked for 2 years. So these are the things which are like completely solvable, and people, innocent children, are dying because of it. Like it's completely avoidable kind of a thing, right? And this is common in industries also. We come to know about these things only when big incident happens, but not daily somebody is dying in some industry because of flawed implementation or something missing. And that is something that we need to work on as a society. We need to evolve. It should not be that we are stuck with the same problem that our forefathers were facing and we are not even improving upon it. That is very bad for us as a society. I believe that this podcast and more podcasts in the future will help people not just understand the basics but also know that implementation is more important. Your contribution in this is more important than anything else. So
Sure.
everyone has to involve, not just people who are working but also people who are monitoring, people who are managing, people who are on the ground, people who are off the ground. So everyone has to get involved. Everyone has to know what is wrong, what is right, and how to fix it. Thank you, sir, for joining this podcast.
One thing which we have not discussed is the future of technology,
Ah,
which is
correct.
also going to help a lot.
Yeah.
Vikram comes from that. There are many Vikrams in the world. You are from that, yeah. So basically, that is something we would like to cover moving forward, because there are many things in technology. Earlier, we were blaming everything on human behavior. Some of the behaviors can be controlled using technology. The thinking we should
Ganesh,
do it.
let me tell you,
Aji.
now there is good research and establishment. Behavioral based safety, people are putting backside.
Yes.
Engineering safety in the right side.
Yes.
Right.
By putting engineering safety in right place, most of the hazards could be taken out.
Very true. But it's a
Followed by little
combination
bit
of both.
behavioral safety.
It's a blend of both.
We can talk
But
one podcast only on engineering safety.
we should do that. Thank you very much, Sobi. Thanks for accepting the invitation. And I'm feeling so good to do this. And thanks a lot for that.
How can I say no, Ganesh?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Ganesh, sir. And thank you, Vikram. This podcast, I learned a lot. And I'm sure the audience will find this very helpful in terms of learning and implementation as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And as we have discussed, we'll plan the next podcast on this theme. So until that time, thank you and have a nice day.